Brought to you by Old Iron Bank makes it easy to get funding for the next addition to your collection.
When you're a collector, not only just of tractors, but antiques in particular and oddities and things like that, you're always looking for something that someone else does not have. And the more unique it is and the more rare, obviously the more valuable it was. So we were searching to find out why a particular tractor failed, and we called these the orphan tractors for years. Well, then there was a gentleman named Ed Spiess, and he kind of coined the phrase lesser known classics. And we knew Ed when he was still alive, and unfortunately he passed away back in the late 1990s. We didn't want to have what I called a common antique tractor, or one that was utilized and performed well. What we wanted were the failures in the antique business. And that was amazing to me, you know, because after World War II, there was over 300 individual manufacturers of farm implements and tractors. You went 10 to 20 years later and we were down to under 100 of them, and maybe even less than that. But the several hundred that did not make it, a lot of them didn't make it for the same reason. You would see how they would build a tractor, and some of them wanted to be unique, and they would build something that wasn't practical. And that was where our checklist was. Is this tractor practical? And if the tractor wasn't practical, then that's what we wanted, because we knew that it had the character of the personality that was going to be a failure. It wasn't going to make it, because farmers wanted tractors that would perform, easily maintained, functional, and practical on their farms. They didn't want something, and we have, for example, we have a Tiemann tractor. Well, I always jokingly say it takes about 10 acres to turn this tractor around. It's real long, and the steering function on that, you can only turn it a little bit at a time, and you got to be an NFL linebacker to steer it. You know, so guess what? It didn't last very long, you know, because a lot of farmers, whatever, their wives want to drive that tractor. Well, she wasn't going to drive that tractor. Just little things like that, that it became a hated tractor. So it was dismissed and wasn't liked at all, whatever, but it was very unique. And the pursuit of finding these tractors are unique. That, you know, that's the hunt. That's the fun of them and everything. But once you get them, and my dad was great, he would do the tours in the museum. We've had people as far away as Australia that have come to see our tractors. A lot of other countries, hundreds to maybe thousands of people have been there since we've been in business in regard to them. But some of these unique tractors you're not going to find any other place. And if somebody really wants a collectible tractor and they want to have something that's not only just coffee talk, they want something that's going to, number one, be unique for a long time, always be unique, be something that sets you aside or whatever. But also, here's the thing of collecting very unique rod, the ones that are oddities, bizarre, whatever you want to say, they're going to escalate in value a lot more than one that everybody has.
Four of the lesser-known classics from the Cook collection include a 1947 American, built by the American Steel Foundry. Only 5 of these tractors were built in Canton, Ohio. A 1949 Intercontinental, one of 4 known to exist. A 1949 Farm Master, with only 7 known to exist. And a 1952 OMC, built by the Ostenberg Motor Parts Company, who only built 60 tractors. These 4 tractors sell in the 2019 Aumann Vintage Power Fall Harvest Auction on October 26th.
But these 4 that we have here at the show are incredible. You cannot buy these tractors anyplace. They're rolled over maybe once every 2-3 decades, and as we procured these tractors, basically it was only because of an estate, and that's a situation. Unfortunately, my dad passed away in January of this year, 2019. He was 3 months short of 100 years old. And he knew these tractors inside and out, the history, the pedigree of them, the usage, horsepower, everything in regard to that. But every one that we have that we're running through the sale has a history story behind its pedigree that makes it unique. We didn't go out and buy a tractor just to buy a tractor. We did that early on, and that's what a lot of collectors do. They start out, I kind of like that one. Then they find out, well, a lot of other people like that tractor, so everybody's got it. I want to buy something that nobody else liked. Everybody, in fact, if they hated that tractor, it's going to be worth a lot more. You know, and you go, and I've passed up on certain tractors over the years, and every one that I didn't go after that was bizarre, rare, and a very collectible tractor that I didn't get, I'm kicking myself for now. Here's a once-in-a-lifetime chance to collect something somebody else will not have.
For more information about these and other tractors selling on the Fall Harvest Auction, visit AumannVintagePower.com.